Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is Life on a Roll with the OMONOSE. Okay, welcome to the month of August. Yes, it is the month of August. Blessings this new month. Okay, so the theme for this month is family. 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 Okay, so you might be wondering what is this about. Today is gonna be the intro into what family is. Not to bore you. family doesn't really have a definition. Honestly, I just want to believe that we as human beings all have a family, whether it is by blood or not, because nobody comes to this world without being born into a family. Is the first point of contact in the society. And so there you have your definition. And so there you have your maybe definition of what family is. Okay, so today I formed an acronym for family because I realized that most of us have a misconstrued idea of what family is or what family should be. And so excuse me please, my abbreviation is simply F for friendship, A for acceptance, and the M for modeling or mentorship, and the I for interest, and the L for love, and the Y for yes. And honestly, while I'm praying, I felt like using the Y for yachi. Maybe I would add this as my bonus point. So let's start. Let's get started. Okay, so F as in friendship and family. Most times we do not realize that our family members should be our friends. Our family members should be our friends because they are the first of people we get to meet in life, and so we should let there be friendship and not just yes, we are family and so we are stuck together, and so we didn't have a choice than to just be stuck together, and then you relate to them as, in quotes, strangers that are just somehow your living partners or neighbors or something. You should build a friendship. You should have a level of friendship, a certain level of friendship with your family members, your mother, your father, your siblings, brothers, sisters, most importantly, your nuclear family, because these are the people that should appropriately have your back no matter what happens. And without this level of friendship, I just feel like if you have a level of friendship, it helps solidify the fact that you know that they would always have your back. Over the years, I've tried to learn to be friends with my siblings, even though they could be annoying, but I think I'm actually more annoying. I think I'm more annoying actually. Okay, yes, even though they could be annoying, my parents, I've tried to not just see them as my parents. I mean, being an African, it's not really it's not really encouraging to try to be friends with your parents, but I've tried, and they've realized the fact that I do not just want them to be parents to me, I want them to be friends. So I can actually just walk up to my dad and be like, oh dad, such a person asked me out, and I just start talking or something. I can walk up to my mom and just tell her about something that happened in school that most teenagers or youths would not want to tell their parents. I learned that a really long time ago. I was in, I think, just 3 or so. That's junior school. I learned that, and it's helped me over time to build a certain level of relationship with my parents and my siblings. Yes. So going to acceptance. I think the reason why most youths do not want to see their family members as friends or to have a certain level of friendship with them is because they feel like they would not be accepted for who they are. And so as family members, as family, we should accept one another. We should accept each other. We should accept one another for who we are. Because yes, and while growing up, you probably would have, seen some things and picked from people around you, and that would have influenced the person you are. And so most times when you're like, why is this person like this, and you're wondering how come, it's because the person picked from, I said in my, and one of the videos I did earlier last month, lifestyle who we are, that we get to pick from lifestyles that are available to us in our environment. So yes, so that is how comes the person turned out this way. But accepting them for who they are, letting them know that you accept them for who they are, and that you do not judge them, would create that level of friendship. So they're all interconnected. Okay, so now next to modeling or mentorship. Talking about the fact that you pick values from people around you. As a family, we all have norms that we uphold, values that we uphold, and that is because, for example, while growing up in my house, I've learned to take my academics as the core, the essence of life. And so I would guard my academics with all I have within my power. I would guard my academics with my being as a person, because I've learned that having academic experience, the best thing they can give to me is education. And so I would guard that with all that I have. And so that is a particular value in my home, that in my family, that I've been able to uphold. Now that's because I looked into my parents' life, into my sister's lives, and I was able to pick. So they inevitably, inherently, what word can I use? They inevitably will be the right word, because maybe they didn't do it intentionally, but then they still ended up mentoring me. They were a model for me to look up to. They were mentors for me to look up to and pick what I want. So a family is a sort of model. It's a sort of mentorship, ground that helps build us, that helps build our person. And so we have to be aware of the way we live. We have to live as examples unto others. For example, I'm the youngest in my house, but do you know that my sister speaks some things for me? Okay, for example, I use a lot of my dear, my love of recent. I use a whole lot of recent actually, like this year, at home at least. And my sisters are really picking it up, and I find it really weird. I should not lie about this. I find it really weird. But truth is, I actually like the way they picked it up, because it makes me feel like, even though I'm the youngest, I can still add value. And it's like, I don't just want to say that I'm a model to them because I'm the youngest, but truth is they've picked something for me. And in that aspect, in that area, I think I would call myself a model, in quotes, a tiny model. A model. I don't know if you get my point. There's some things I've picked from them. For example, to be hardworking, I picked it from, honestly, everybody in this house. But most importantly, I aspire to be like my dad when it comes to hard work. Yes. Okay, so that is for M. So for the I, interest. Now, everything I said so far, the FAM, fam, friendship, acceptance, and mentorship or modeling. Now, the interest, if you have a certain level of friendship with your family members, if you accept them for who they are, if you intend to be a mentor or a model, or intend to follow any of them in that respect, then you would have interest. Because interest is not something that just pops up. It pops up out of a different space, a whole different space. And in let them know that yes, you're interested in what they are doing with their life, and not just because they are family or something. Okay, because they're family, yes, you should actually be interested. Yes, you should be. But let them know that it's something more than that. And now that's my next point. Before I get to my next point, let me just say, let them know whatever they're doing, support them. Let it be, renowned that yes, you have interest in what they do with their lives. And that will take me to the next point actually, which is love. But just before then, I would like to share a story. Okay, so I was I already finished secondary school. Sorry, all I was doing my A level. The principal of the school, Last time I had to go to just my mom, and it was telling my mom that because nobody wanted him to do A level in my home, my dad just allowed me out of, if you want to so do it, go ahead and do it. And so I decided to go do it, and there was they just felt like, why would I do A level? Not like it was a waste. My dad did A level actually, so I wanted to just follow his footsteps since I tried my mentor, that kind of something. But they were just wondering, why would you do A level, that kind of something, when you could actually like go to another school or something, like go to university or something else. But like, I want to do A level. I don't want to just go to any school and all of that. And so I was like, I want to do A level, and so I went ahead. And then I had to go to the principal's office with my mom, and then he was telling my mom, because I was telling him that we got talking. I was telling him the fact that my mom didn't support me initially for the A level, but she just had to give us support and blessings along the line when she realized I was very so determined to go ahead and do it. That was actually interesting later on, because honestly, I can remember that she did most of the running around, because my dad is not based in this side of Nigeria, and so it's just myself and my sisters and my mom. And so she did most of the, although she was actually very busy. Yes, but aside to run around, she did a whole lot of picking me up, dropping me off, and all of that before I later on moved to the boarding house. And the principal said something that really touched me. He said that as family members, that even when we question what our family members do, that we should still show them immense support. And so that's my point for that's my story for that. Okay, so now down to the next point, love. For you to show FAMI, you have to love. You cannot just show them without loving the person you are showing it to. You can't exhibit those things without loving it, without loving the person in question or the people in question. And so you have to love your family members. Love, interests, friendship, acceptance, mentorship, or modeling comes from a place of love. Everything in this life comes from a place of love or hatred. But when it comes to family comes from a place of love, and so you have to show the love. Do not just let it be something within you. Let it radiate. Excuse me, please. Let it show. Okay, so I developed something like, how old am I now? I think some 13 years back or 14 years back. And whereas I love my family members, yes, but do they know I love them? What if something happens to them tomorrow, God forbid? But then I felt I should let them know. Hey, daddy, I love you. Hey, mommy, I love you. Hey, sisters, I love you. And so I developed after a phone call, bye, I love you. And maybe they're going out, take care, have a lovely day, I love you, or something. I'm going to school, mommy, bye, I love you, or something. Let it radiate. And so over time, my father learned to say I love you to my mom. So she learned to, even my sisters, even when they already did not want to tell me they love me, they learned to over time. And even though they still do not say it every time, I mean, my sisters, two actually, except two, even though my India doesn't say it every time, I know she loves me, because even when she says, I'm like, seriously, you said it, that or something, and I'm feeling myself, and I'm like, but truth is, let them know, so that way, even if they feel like maybe something happened to them wherever they are, and you're just far away, and then they feel like it's like nobody loves them, or something just happened and made them feel so bad. Once they remember you told them that day or the last time you two spoke, I love you, they would feel encouraged to move on. It goes saying I love you, showing that you love people, goes a longer way than we all think. I even tell my extended family members, my aunties, my uncles, I love you. Even if they actually do not tell me I love you to back, I know they love me. And if they don't, which I know they do, I don't know, I just like let the love radiate. If I meet you today and we flow and then we talk, I can honestly forget myself and say, take care of yourself, bye, I love you. Do not be stingy with love, I beg. Do not be stingy with love. And finally, to the last point. So I was saying yours or Yachi. Okay, initially I was praying for this edition of Life on a Roll. I was thinking yours, because your family is yours, so you should own it. But I was thinking, why not give them something like yachi. So okay, yachi is a noun and it could mean a yacht man or yacht woman. And so a yacht man or yacht woman, a yachi is someone who sails a yacht. So we all know that a yacht is, I don't want to say a ship, but that thing that moves on water. Like I said, sails, apparently you get the fact that it moves, that a yacht moves on water. It's a means of transportation or something. So we all get that. Now I was just thinking, so for a yacht to move on water, it has to have a yachi, that is a yachtsman or woman. And the yachtsman or woman determines the direction of the yacht. The family is yours. You can determine the direction you want your family to steer in, because we all have somewhere in our heads up there the idea of an ideal family. Yes, we can't control others. We can only take a horse to the stream, but we can't force it to drink. But if you can meet each person in that house, in your family, each member of that family, and tell the person this calmly, with love, so much love, explain to the person your idea of an ideal family, and if the person, and try to make the person see ratings on how you should improve. But firstly, improve on yourself before you can tell the person that. And that way the family is yours, own it. And by owning it, you have to be a yachi. So you try have to move the family in the direction you want. For example, okay, so of recent, I should not be sharing this, but then of recent, I realized I was beginning to drift away from my dad. I mean, maybe it was distance or something, but I was beginning to drift away, and I didn't really know what to do. I told a friend in school that I really do not know. She was like, I should talk to him whenever he comes. I tried talking to him, not like I tried. I wanted to, but I was scared. I was like, okay, I will try. But each moment I wanted to like, hey dad, he would receive a phone call, being a very busy person, he would receive a phone call and that would take forever. And then I lost the little courage I had gathered as someone from school that made me come all the way from school home. I lost it. And I was like, I'll just freestyle it, and if it works, if it works out that way, certainly, all of that. But then my sister talked to me of recent, and then she was telling me that she realized that I wasn't so close to my dad again and everything. I mean, being the last one, I shouldn't be the closest and everything. I used to be the closest before. I mean, while growing up and all of that. And she was there, I was like, yes, I realized I had confidence talking to my dad because of my child and everything. And she told me I should go and talk to him. So I got the courage again and I went to him. But this time around, instead of just being African, apologies if you feel offended, but I'm actually not apologetic right now. But I'm a pure African woman. Maybe there's some things that but when it comes to some things, I know that it should be this way. But then when it comes to some things, I try to be purely African. And so instead of going to my dad to talk to him about daddy, what happened and everything, I went to the different direction. I started to ask him to forgive me because I told myself I didn't know what happened. She was like, what if it is just you that is the issue? And I thought about it. I realized, okay, I'm actually like, at times I just do not want to talk to anybody, and so I just draw away from people naturally. And then I was like, I think I'm actually the issue. And maybe a lot of other things. I had to go to my daddy, I'm sorry if I've wronged you. And I was like, it wasn't holding anything against me. I told him I wanted us to be as close as we can, way closer. And he said no problem, that he doesn't have any issue with me. And honestly, after that, I felt closer to my dad. Yeah, we've talked a few times. When I say a few times, he's always very busy. I'm always with my phone or something, or my system, or doing something. So like, but the truth is, I feel closer. Whenever we talk, I don't feel like there's a gap. Maybe I had it all in my head, but either ways, I feel closer. So whenever you think there's something wrong in your home, call everybody together. You guys should talk calmly as one big family. You are the yachi. Steer your family in the course you want. Your family is a yacht. Steer it in the course you want. Oh, so let me say it in simple English. A family is a ship. A family can be likened to a ship. So steer see, you're the, what do you call these people? You're the captain of this ship right now, because you're the one that wants a different, not a different, but you want to add some, you want to improve some things. You're the one, so you're the captain of this particular ship. So steer it in the way you want. Anyway, that's that. So FAMILY, family, friendship, acceptance, mentorship or modeling, interest, love, yours, or yachi. Steer your yacht in the way you want, in the course you want, and you are going to be fine. I love you. You are just going to be fine. Do not worry about that. I love you. Thank you for joining me on this edition of Life on a Roll with the OMONOSE. And next week is gonna be the bomb. I await your comments, and kindly share this video, kindly like this video, and kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.